Spoken word 10. Nothing is wasted when done for God. Matthew chapter 26, 6 and 10. And when Jesus was in Bethany, at the house of Simon the leper, a woman came to him having an alabaster flask of very costly fragrant oil. And she poured it on his head as he sat at the table. But when his disciples saw it, they were very indignant, saying, "Why this waste? For this fragrant oil might have been sold for much and given to the poor." But when Jesus was aware of it, he said to them, "Why do you trouble the woman? For she has done a good work for me." Matthew 26, 6 and 10. This is to encourage a singer, instrumentalist, pastor, church worker, or anyone who has had to give up their own ambition to walk on God's course, but currently feels left behind in life. The feeling of losing so much for the sake of God and His kingdom, with nothing tangible to presently show for it, can be very discouraging. From the writings and story of Watchman Nee, the Lord encouraged me in my quest to serve Him and let go of all that I think I'm losing or have lost. Many of us, like Moses, have very high prospects and potential in the eyes of the world. We are among the brilliant and academically smart. But God can request we let it go for His cause. After a few years of seemingly fruitless toil in God's vineyard, you may look at your colleagues who seem to be making it in the world and begin to assume what you missed obeying God. In pharmacy school, I was very dedicated to my academics and would accept no distraction that will hinder my academic progress. After eventually attaining a first class grade point in the second year of my course, my plan was to build upon my performance and maintain it. But the following semester, I was appointed as the president of our campus fellowship. Pharmacy is not an easy course to study, and the third year of my pharmacy program is known to be the most intensive year. And so I was confronted with the most challenging hurdles to scale in my third year of study. I knew well the difficulty in combining these ministerial responsibilities with my schoolwork. To choose my own pursuit or accept God's call was a big dilemma. Also, in my working years as an intern pharmacist and licensed pharmacist, I realized one good avenue to make money is to do additional part-time. Although I worked additional part-time hours, I had to cut down the number of days in order to participate in church services and serve in some assigned responsibility. Reducing the number of working hours meant a cut in my income, as my payments was calculated on an hourly basis. Sad to say, my financial needs were ever present with me, and the only way out seemed to be by doing overtime at work. Will I continue to be available to serve or give excuses with my overtime hours at work? If you feel discouraged because of what you are giving up or have given up for the Lord, I encourage you with these words: your life is no waste. We cannot give God more than He deserves. To waste something, according to Christian author Watchman Nee, is to give someone or something more than it's expected or deserves. For Watchman Nee, he was criticized by one of his professors who felt Nee wasted his time pursuing God's call instead of pursuing and establishing a career as a lawyer. Are you giving your time and money to support His kingdom, and those around you see that as waste? Are you people in the church despising your commitment and telling you you'll be better off elsewhere? Singers, musicians, instrumentalists, committed church workers, do you feel you are wasting your potential using your abilities for God, while the world or corporate industries can pay you much more? In the quoted passage, Matthew chapter 26, verses 6 and 10, the disciples criticized the woman for spending the perfume on Jesus. Contrary to their views, Jesus considered her acts a good thing. In a subsequent verse, Jesus declared that her acts will be a memorial anytime the gospel is preached. In the initial years, you may appear to be behind, but be encouraged. In my case, I had to add church leadership with my schooling, and juggling these two assignments was not easy. Certain times, I really struggled to meet my academic expectations, something I could have easily done if I hadn't taken on extra ministerial responsibilities. Letting go of certain work hours in order to serve in the church instead of using those extra hours to generate more income was not a pleasant experience for me. However, remember, we can never give God more than He deserves. Our sacrifices for Him is never wasted. My favorite saying is this: after all He has done for me, how can I do less but give Him my best and live for Him completely? The impact and insight I gained through the course of serving as our campus fellowship president and my dedication to ministry has greatly helped me in other areas of my life, including my career. The qualities of trustworthiness and initiative that qualified me for my future appointment were developed through my commitment to God. Remember the Christian author and God General Watchman today, but not his professor, who criticized him for wasting his potential on God's work. God is a better rewarder than anyone. His view and remarks about you is better than that of any other person. Be encouraged to continue to serve Him faithfully. If it's about God and His kingdom, then you are on the winning team. For reflection, in what areas do you feel left behind because of your commitment to God and His work? What reminders and life testimonies can you use to encourage yourself when such feelings arise within you? Amen.